Welcome to Trikana Skill, your lifetime career partner. Trikana is a pioneer and trailblazer in the field of civil engineering and construction training, seeking to bridge the gap between engineering studies and the construction industry. Soil determination of Atterberg limits. IS 2720, Part 5, of 1985. Atterberg's limits. The Atterberg's limits is a basic measuring of the nature of a fine-grained soil. Depending on the water content of the soil, it may appear in four states. That is brittle solid, semi-solid, plastic and liquid. In each state the consistency and behavior of a soil is different, and thus so are its engineering properties. Thus, the boundary between each state can be defined based on a change in the soil's behavior. Depending on the water content of the soil, the Atterberg's limits is classified into various stages. The graph shows from 0 to shrinkage limit the soil is brittle solid. From shrinkage limit to plastic limit the soil is semi-solid. From plastic limit to liquid limit the soil is plastic. After the liquid limit, the soil consists of excesses of water, then the soil is in the form of liquid. Liquid limit. Liquid limit is the moisture content at which a soil changes from a plastic consistency to a liquid consistency. The liquid limit is the moisture content at which the groove, formed by a standard tool into the sample of soil taken in the standard cup, closes for 10 minutes on being given 25 blows in a standard manner. At this limit the soil possess low shear strength. Objective: prepare soil specimen as per specification. Find the relationship between water content and number of blows. Draw flow curve. Find out liquid limit. Need and scope. Liquid limit is significant to know the stress history and general properties of the soil in construction. If the natural moisture content of soil is closer to liquid limit, the soil can be considered as soft. If the moisture content is lesser than liquid limit, the soil is brittle and stiffer. Apparatus. Weighing balance. Liquid limit device, or Casagrande's device. Grooving tool. Mixing dishes. Spatula. Electrical oven. Moisture content container. Test procedure. About 120 grams of air-dried soil from thoroughly mixed portion of material passing 425 micron ISCV is to be obtained. Distilled water is mixed to the soil thus obtained in a mixing disc to form uniform paste. The paste shall have a consistency that would require 30 to 35 drops of cup to cause closer of standard groove for sufficient length. A portion of the paste is placed in the cup of liquid limit device and spread into portion with few strokes of spatula. Trim it to a depth of 1 cm at the point of maximum thickness and return excess of soil to the dish. The soil in the cup shall be divided by the firm strokes of the grooving tool along the diameter through the center line of the follower so that clean sharp groove of proper dimension is formed. Lift and drop the cup by turning crank at the rate of 2 revolutions per second until the two halves of soil cake come in contact with each other for a length of about 1 cm by flow only. The number of blows required to cause the groove close for about 1 cm shall be recorded. A representative portion of soil is taken from the cup for water content determination. Repeat the test with different moisture contents at least 3 more times for blows between 10 and 40. Observations. Details of the sample is red soil. Room temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. Presentation of data. By conducting test on soil the liquid limit values are noted in table. Computation or calculation. Draw a graph showing the relationship between water content, on y-axis, and no of blows, on x-axis. The curve obtained is called flow curve. The moisture content corresponding to 25 blows as read from the represents liquid limit. It is usually expressed to the nearest whole number. Interpretation and recording. Liquid limit equals 45.5%. Plastic limit test. The plastic limit is the moisture content that defines where the soil changes from a semi-solid to a plastic, or flexible, state. Defined by laboratory test concept on determination of liquid and plastic limit in IS 2720, Part 5, of 1985. Need and scope. Soil is used for making bricks, tiles, soil cement blocks in addition to its use as foundation for structures. Apparatus required. Mixing dish. Glass plate for rolling the specimen. Airtight containers to determine the moisture content. Weighing balance. Electrical oven. Test procedure. Take about 20 grams of thoroughly mixed portion of the material passing through 425 micron IS sieve. Mix it thoroughly with distilled water in the evaporating dish till the soil mass becomes plastic enough to be easily molded with fingers. Allow it to season for sufficient time, for 24 hours, to allow water to permeate throughout the soil mass. Take about 10 grams of this plastic soil mass and roll it between fingers and glass plate with just sufficient pressure to roll the mass into a threaded of uniform diameter throughout its length. The rate of rolling shall be between 60 and 90 strokes per minute. Continue rolling till you get a threaded of 3 mm diameter. Knead the soil together to a uniform mass and re-roll. Continue the process until the thread crumbles when the diameter is 3 mm. Collect the pieces of the crumbled thread in airtight container for moisture content determination. Repeat the test to at least 3 times and take the average of the results calculated to the nearest whole number. Observation and reporting. Compare the diameter of thread at intervals with the rod. When the diameter reduces to 3 mm, note the surface of the thread for cracks. Presentation of data. By conducting test on soil, the plastic limit values are noted in table. Interpretation and recording. Average plastic limit equals 15.55%. Plasticity index. Plasticity index is the difference between the liquid limit and the plastic limit of a soil. Plasticity index equals liquid limit minus plastic limit. Plasticity index indicates the degree of plasticity of a soil. The greater the difference between liquid and plastic limits, the greater is the plasticity of the soil. Atterberg's limits and consistency indices plasticity index. Burmester, in 1949, classified the plasticity index in a qualitative manner. Plasticity index and its description is classified according to percentage as shown in table. Plasticity index equals 45.5 minus 15.55 equals 29.95%. Description of plasticity index is high plastic.
Thank you for your time. If you have any queries, do not hesitate to contact us.